superstition. There we go. All right. Are we ready to light this place with the Spirit? With your spirit, as you're able to, please stand and join in our new congregational song, or this is probably not new to you, but it's new to us right now. Spirit is in this place. Here we go. Sing that one more time. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Yes, we sing in celebration, we do, yeah. We sing with words of prayer, and we affirm our life as sacred. Oh, we declare that peace is here. Yes, it is. Ooh. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. One more time. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof, everyone. Here we go. Woo. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place.
Hi, everybody. I'm Valerie Day, and I am so lucky I get to be your practitioner today. So welcome, welcome, welcome to service. And at this time, I would like to invite beloved Jackie to bring forth our light. And as she's bringing forth the candle, I just invite you to connect with the light that you are, the light that we are, and the light that we bring to our world. So just feel that light.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, I am. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Just feel that as we move into our affirmation. Let's read it together. The circle of love is complete here. This love includes all and is bound by unity. We journey together in that love, hand in hand. We sit in the presence of that love and see the face of God in all. Let us pray. And with that exhale, I just arrive here and invite everyone to just fully arrive here for this awesome, amazing, magical, mystical service. We just recognize that one mind, that one power, that one infinite intelligence in all, as all, through all. The I am that I am, the I am that we are unfolds as this service. The power that we are speaks through Reverend Bobbi as she speaks this word of love, of the authenticity that we are. Our musicians, the vibration of love sings through them and touches our open hearts. We just receive the love that we are. We witness the love that we are. We open to the I am love that is the all, in all, as all. And so I just name this service grand, holy, a divine opening of spirit, where we just recognize the love in ourselves and each other. We just name this fun and great and grand and beautiful, saying, and so it is, and so I let it be. Amen. Peace and blessings.
Good morning, everybody. Hi. My name is Carol Ann, and I am here for a very special moment. I am introducing Lauren Peach as our next host. And we have two more members of the team. Lorraine, would you please stand? Lorraine will be back. And Chris Schreiber, would you please stand? Without any further ado, please, Lauren.
Thank you, Carol Ann. Good morning, everybody. My name is Lauren Peach, as Carol Ann mentioned. I'm so honored and humbled and just happy to be here this morning. I live very close to here. I live a few blocks away and had run by this church many, many times. And in December of 2021, so about almost 2 years ago, I was going through a really, really rough patch in my life. And I felt called to come in. And I came. The first kind of time I came in, I just kind of broke down and I just felt right at home. And ever since then, I feel like I've been adopted into this amazing spiritual community, and I'm just so grateful to be here today. So thanks for having me. I want to say hello to everyone online and in Facebook land. Welcome. I also want to say a special welcome to all of the new faces in here today. So thank you for coming. We are a very radically evolving and welcoming community, so we want everyone to feel welcome here. So thank you for coming. So our speaker today is the amazing Reverend Bobbi Becker. She's back. Yay, we miss you. Our music director is Lena Hayek. And today with Lena, we have amazing Melissa Lewis. Our practitioner platform is Valerie Day. Our service support is Jackie Pearson-Williams. Our leadership presenter is Lori Winterroad. And our youth and family director is Wenda Arcala. And now, if you could just please take a moment to say hello to everyone, and if I could invite the leadership team up.
Just like musical chairs, the music has stopped. And plenty of chairs. There we are. Good morning, everyone. And Lauren, thank you. Awesome, wonderful job. Isn't she just a light? Please join me in our unification vision statement. Through mindful and respectful exploration, we are creating a healthier foundation that supports and engages our whole beloved community, equipped to launch new strategies for a thriving spiritual center. Thank you all. Just a few community announcements. Many of which, if not all of which, are either in our floating display that now can be seen in the back screen when you come in our screens up here, and in our newsletter, also on Facebook, also, so many ways to connect. So, and ask any number of folks. So this part's going to be really quick. We have visioning for our new name every Sunday, and that was begun this past week. Yes, so more sessions to come. Thank you to our visiting team. Pre-service meditation, first Sunday of every month. So if you missed it this Sunday, it'll be back next Sunday in the youth room. Living the Four Agreements, the Circle, more on that. Four Agreements, more on that. And the Saturday morning book club. So that's coming in a few more Saturdays, and time to talk with Eileen C. Davis. So a little bit more. That's the pre-service meditation. Put it in your calendar if you went, oh darn, I missed it this Sunday. First Sunday every month from 10:20 to 10:40. So go ahead, whip out your iPhones, whip out your cell phones, put it in there for next October. Living the Four Agreements. Coming back, well, actually not coming back, but ongoing. Living the Four Agreements is with Reverend Veronica at 7 o'clock. Sign up on Eventbrite. The Circle with our very own Valerie Day. The Circle, this one I have to read, so bear with me a little bit. The Circle invites you to join a fall equinox ritual on Saturday, September 16th. 2:30 here at the center. Your guide and presenters are Valerie Day and Chris Munson. Come play in Sacred Circle as we weave heart's truth and shedding of old skins and the making of autumnal ritual objects, lighting the way for going to ground and more. The fall equinox marks the moment when the day and night are equal in length, symbolizing the shift from summer to autumn and recognizing the harmony between light and darkness. This is your personal invitation to join us in honoring and participating in this sacred ritual. All are welcome. Register on Eventbrite, and further instructions on what to bring to the event will be forthcoming. Reach out to Valerie Day. Everybody, this is Valerie. For any questions that you might have. The Four Agreements. This is the part where coming back. The first or previous Four Agreements workshop so popular that join Reverend Veronica. We're coming back and doing it again on Saturday, September 23rd from 1:30 to 5:30. So join Reverend Veronica, Jackie Williams Pearson, and Marjorie Ray, the trifecta of practitioners and Reverend, as they lead us in the power of the Four Agreements monthly, beginning Saturday. Not this Saturday, but a couple of Saturdays, September 23rd. Coming soon, sign up in the back. There is a mindfulness interest expression. So if you have, we've had 2 already, and if you are at all interested, you've heard so many cool things about mindfulness and what it's all about, and you're going, gosh, I really want to do that. Sign-up sheets are in the back. and with Casey Howe. Another round of training is coming. Get started on releasing old thinking and revealing our true authentic nature, and everyone is welcome. More to come. And Adventures in Faith, creating the beloved community. That is also forthcoming, looking for show of interest, but we want to bring that back as well. And a few quick thank yous. I had to write this one down. To Reverend Veronica for last week's talk. So, yes, was that powerful? If she's here, she'd say, I say yes to that. To Casey Howe for being such an involved and integral member of our community, leading us through the mindfulness workshops. And Casey is coming one more time to do one more round, so please, please take advantage if you haven't had a chance. And she goes without a lot of fanfare. Thanks to Carol Ann for leading. Leading our production team. And one last announcement, I'm going off script. If you haven't had a chance, on the back table, you might notice some really cool books. And you might say, oh, I'd always wanted to read more. What's that all about? And if your bookshelf is lonely, does it need some love? Does it need some support? Would it like some fellow books to keep it company? Take a look at that table on the back, and love offerings are always welcome, but not required. And please take one or several books home with you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Lori. And as we come to this point in our service, it's the sacred music, which is your chance to just go inward a little bit, or maybe just shut down your mind, close your eyes, breathe, just feel the presence of the Spirit around you. Is ever flowing, connecting us all to power of now unfolds so peacefully. So be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now. The power of now. Power of now. The power of now. The power of now. We just let go into the power of now. The power of now. Good morning again. Good morning, Seal Beach and Namaste. It's really a treat to be with you. This is my first time of speaking since we've unified, so it's kind of exciting. And what a beautiful topic we get to dance with today. I love myself so much. And our theme this month is Love Out Loud. Have you ever felt afraid to love out loud? Hiding who you truly are? I remember the first time I attended Agape, I missed out on the ritual they have of welcoming new members by outstretching their hands and blessing and sharing their energy with first-time attendees. They invited the new members to stand, and I was attending church with someone I worked with, and I didn't want anybody to know we were seeing each other. I wanted to keep that a secret. Truth be told, I was embarrassed to be seen with him, and I didn't want anybody to see us together. So I was afraid to love out loud. Because I was hiding, I missed out on receiving the blessing and energy and acknowledgement. Being raised Mormon, I learned to hide who I truly was because there were standards that I had to live by, so I found myself hiding the truth of who I am. This month's topic invites us to live authentically, to live out loud, to come out of hiding and be our amazing, authentic selves. The Science of Mind teachings have truly empowered a level of self-confidence and self-acceptance that I didn't have in my younger days. As the Bible scripture states, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. This has definitely outpictured in my life because of the Science of Mind teachings and spiritual principles of oneness. Reverend Casey Taylor states, we were not born to fit in, we were born to stand out. Conformity and uniformity were designed as methods of social control. Inherently, our unique identities defy this system. The more that we love ourselves as we are, the more those systems of control are broken down. Gender roles become obsolete. Authenticity becomes a cultural value. When we embrace who we are, we contribute to shifting our communities into loving, healthy communities. And then she continues to go on, living a spiritual life requires a conscious understanding that spirit or love expresses itself as all of us. Recognizing the divinity within all of us starts with recognizing our own divinity.
When we consciously direct the energy of love, we transform the communities around us. Our intuition is that way that spirit communicates with us. When we listen to our intuition and allow it to guide us, we are living in the flow of love. Have you ever heard your intuition and ignored it? I certainly have. Last fall, I was enjoying a meal at Din Tai Fung in Costa Mesa, and if you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. I was seated at the bar, and I placed my purse on the bar. But then I thought, oh, it's gonna be in the way, so I hung it on the back of my chair, and my intuition told me not to, that it wasn't safe. And I just blatantly ignored it. Well, when it came time to pay the bill, I picked up my purse, got out my credit card, and then I placed my purse back on the back of my seat. After paying the bill, I went to get my purse to return my credit card, and my purse was gone. My purse had been stolen by 2 professional thieves that were working their skills at South Coast Plaza that day. And of course, it totally sucked that my purse had been stolen, but I think actually the worst part was that knowing I had been guided and I ignored my intuition. I just couldn't believe that I had done that. So loving ourselves is listening to ourselves, our higher wisdom. Loving ourselves is speaking up. Loving ourselves is nurturing ourselves. Loving ourselves is letting our inner child have a voice. Loving ourselves is being authentic. Loving ourselves is taking action when our higher wisdom self speaks. Loving ourselves is speaking kindly to ourselves and others. Loving ourselves is finding time to do activities that bring us joy. In those moments when our humanness or the habit of judgment gets in the way, we can employ the wisdom of my Father and ask, what would love do? So how do you love yourself? A few of the self-love tools that I employ is I see my practitioner monthly. I've been doing that faithfully since I started practitioner training back in 2001. At first it was weekly because I had a lot of stuff to process. Then it was bi-weekly, and then it turned into monthly. And then I think the biggest transformation that I had was realizing that I didn't have to be in crisis to have an issue to benefit from seeing my practitioner. And so if you haven't given yourself the gift of seeing a practitioner, I invite you to do so. I'd love to sit with you, or any of our practitioners would love to sit with you and give you the gift of being seen, witnessed, known, and cared for. One of my other favorite self-care activities that I missed during COVID was going to the Korean spa. Lately, my new self-love tool has been swimming in the ocean. Since COVID, I've been struggling with the desire to move my body. I kind of lost my zest for riding my bike, which was one of my happy places, and I think I've just been in a bit of a funk. Well, I had a beach day recently, and I swam in the ocean, and it just brought me so much joy to my soul, my mind, my body, and all of me came alive. And this inspired me to begin walking and moving more, and now I'm paying attention to how I nurture my body and what food I'm putting in it and how I'm feeling. So I'm seeing my time is up here, so I'm gonna wrap it up. One of my other things is being of service, leading our meditation and prayer calls. This keeps me grounded, listening to guided meditations, and this really brings me, into my body and listening to inspiring podcasts. So I just invite you to look at how can you love yourself more? How can you care for yourself more? And so I'm just gonna close that up this afternoon and say thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is.
So I'm standing in the place I started from, in the room I spent my life escaping from, the painted dresser in a single bed, the curtains hanging like a high school prom dress. Well, I know I'm not the kid I used to be, but still I wonder how I came so far from me. I didn't know that I was growing up till I looked back and then the door was shut. But that's how it is when you're fighting for survival. Yeah, I guess that's how it is when you're destined for something good. But we kill ourselves, try to build ourselves into someone with something more. When the truth is, we were fine before. Will we grow up with a plan of what's gonna be, and then we slowly come to terms with reality? Yeah, we get angry or we just grow numb. We'll spend our 30s getting back to one. But that's how it is when you're fighting for survival. Yeah, I guess that's how it is when you're destined for something good. But we kill ourselves, try to build ourselves into someone with something more. When the truth is, yeah, we were fine before. No, I won't let these tears of mine fall and forget where they go. With every year that passes by, I'll come further into my own. We deface ourselves into someone with something more. When the truth is, we were fine before. We were fine.
Let me just tweak a little one thing. Welcome back. Oh, it was me. I had the best vacation of my entire life.
And I can't say that the weeks up to it were the best time of my life. But it wasn't because of anyone. You know, we just go through things sometimes, and those things, those events, situations, circumstances sort of bring out the things that we get to look at. You know, there's days I think I'm amazing, and there's days that I'm trying to find my phone and I'm talking on it. Yeah, you know who you are. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I think, as a minister, the thing that I will talk about, because it's still something we have lots of work to do on, is loving ourselves. I mean, I'm 60, and I'm still learning about it, right? Thank you, Terry. Terry's older than me, by the way. Like a week, right? Like a whole week. No, but I think that as long as we're having to talk about, you know, loving ourselves, that we know that it explains why the world is the way it is. If I can't love me, I really can't love you, because I really don't know what it is. And oops, don't want that. Matthew Fox said that one must let go of internalized oppression and dare to see oneself again as an image of God, as an original blessing, as a co-creator with divinity. Self-love is a rare and radical kind of love because it requires a trust, are you ready, of our right to be here and of the universe's love for us. Our right to be here. Part of me just finds it just hit me to the core in a multitude of ways, which includes even, you know, thinking about the little girl that I used to be, that I still carry with me, that wanted to be loved, that wanted one day to feel okay, just to feel okay. Approximately 10 years ago, I did my ministerial panels, and my little family was with me. They're so lovely. They're just so lovely. My wife and daughter, and they came and showed everyone love. I mean, they were the cheerleaders out for every minister, and there was about 30 ministers, soon-to-be ministers that day. And I was second up. And it's nerving, because when you become a minister in this movement, you have to take 12 tests. It takes 6 weeks to do, because you have to prep for them, and each test is 3 to 4 hours long. And so then you get through the tests, and then they say, oh, you know, you passed, and now you get to go panel. And the practitioners in the room have paneled, because that's what they do too. They take a test, and then they go panel. And as a minister, when you go panel, I remember sitting outside. Now, here's the thing. A lot of my experience of being a minister was proving to myself that I was worthy to be a minister. You know, because I saw some icons of all different faiths, and I wanted to feel okay in it. And, you know, I had quite a successful corporate career. Why was I still dealing with that, right? And then something happened. I was sitting outside, and there was another minister there that's holding vigil while I'm waiting to be called in. And this moment is one of those moments that I would call it a numinous moment. Have you heard of that word, numinous? Numinous is a sense of something greater, that you're part of something, that something's happening. I can't really explain it. I can't put words to it, because language just doesn't do it. And as I was sitting there, I had this numinous moment of feeling one with everything. And then it hit me. I don't care if I get a license. I don't care. What I care about is that right before I walked in, I remembered the little girl. The little girl that wanted one day to be okay. And I wasn't just okay in that moment. I felt love. And I felt gratitude for the journey that I had had that was not easy by any means. It was challenging, it was traumatic at times, it was hurtful, some of the experiences I had, but in that moment I knew that I was okay, that I was loved, mostly by me. So I walked in and did the panels and it didn't matter. And I answered the questions from that place of, I love who I've become, which is really, I love who has been revealed. As what you said, we were always fine before. So I knew that I had a right to be here. That's huge. I don't think most people feel that way. And I think there are times, even if I do feel that way, that sometimes I forget, right? And so let me ask you a question. What is love? What is love? Grace. Consciousness, what? God. Acceptance. Connection. Trust. Keep going. Truth, good feeling. Oh, yeah. Those are all true. Absolutely true. Now, is love a place? Is love a place? Is love a place? Okay. Is it a feeling? No, it's not. Love is not a feeling. When we have the feeling of love, which the feeling of as humans in love, we're actually creating an object out of love. We're actually sort of giving it form, making it tangible. We like to give meaning to things. We like to know what it is. How many of you like to know? I like to know every moment of every day. Anyone want to join me in that? I just want to know. Just tell me what I need to know and we can just end this talk, right? Love is a practice at this level. It's a practice. So how do I know that I'm loving myself? By what you say to yourself. By what I say to myself. Yes, in the back. Somebody raise their hand. Go ahead. Gotcha. Trying to find love. Let's give a round for that authentic one. Right? How do I know I'm loving myself? Yes.
When you look in the mirror and see only the divine.
What is that? Well, what is that?
Beauty, joy, magnificence,
Okay.
gold dust.
Gold dust? Stardust? I'll take either one. Now, what does it look like and feel like when I love myself? It hurts. Maybe it does sometimes. Go ahead. Okay. Peace. Self-care. Valerie, you write in your little basket of tools, right? Say that again. To learn how to love myself. What does it look and feel like? Consistency, action. What? Depends on the moment, doesn't it? Someday it's getting a haircut, for goodness sakes, right? Or, yes. Matt is going to get a shave when he's ready for me, right, Matt? He's going to go to that barber and get that big shave, right? Not the beard off. No, 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 no. Now, one of the values that we have, sorry for throwing you under the bus there, Matt, you know, but he's wearing a mask, so you can't see it anyway. One of the values we've identified, I talked a few weeks before I left about safety, and now we're talking about extraordinary respect today. Take a deep breath. What does love have to do with extraordinary respect? Or what does extraordinary respect have to do with love? You take either one. I'll go either way. Okay. It's one of our practices, right? Yes, love is to love yourself. Okay, thank you. Extraordinary respect is interesting because how many of us think of extraordinary respect as what goes out from me? Yeah. And what happens if I don't give that extraordinary respect right here? And what does that look like? You know, I say this because it's kind of like freedom. There's a big debate on what freedom is, right, in our country right now. Well, if I can't do that, I'm not free. And with freedom comes responsibility. Because some of freedom is being patient, is paying attention and conscious of the lack of freedom that others may feel and have, right? Extraordinary respect is in a moment when I'm struggling with something, I'm angry about something, I'm frustrated about something. Now just, can you feel that? Can you feel that? I'm frustrated, I'm angry. How am I going to give extraordinary respect from that? Isn't going to happen unless. And it's, to me, I almost want to make extraordinary respect about being present. About being present. Because if I'm not present, how in the world am I going to know how I'm treating myself and others? Really? Now, it's impossible to practice that all the time. It's impossible. That would be enlightenment, and while I'm really excited about its coming, it's the journey of it that I practice. The remembering, oh my gosh, I'm not present right now because I'm so annoyed. I can't get, you know, I don't feel there's enough time, or I don't feel like, whatever it is I don't feel like that I feel about myself, I'm not giving that extraordinary respect. And guaranteed, whatever I'm doing here, I'm doing to you. So in extraordinary respect, it allows us to look at love not as an object, but as a practice. And Bell Hooks, I did a book study a couple of years ago, Bell Hooks All About Love. This book brought up a whole bunch of stuff for everybody. Loved it. Half the time people were upset and angry, and half the time people were like, yay. You know, it was one of those kind of book studies, right, Mike? She says, Bell Hooks is amazing. She says this, she goes, whether we are engaged in a process of self-love or of loving others, we must move beyond the realm of feeling to actualize love, which is to treat love like an object or a place or a feeling. That is why it is useful to see love as a practice. To me, if I put it at the level of the divine, love is the co-creative practice, the co-creative process. Because truly, I cannot co-create the highest and best in my life unless it comes from love. And believe me, I can co-create a mess. I can do it really well. But if I'm not conscious in my co-creation, if I'm not conscious of my engagement with the divine God Spirit, which is my prayers, my thoughts, my words, my deeds, that's co-creation. If I'm not conscious in that, then one, I'm hurting people. I'm hurting me. And even though I might be in my altruistic right to be angry because things may not be the way I want them, they may not be the way that I want them. If I'm not coming from a place of love, then I am co-creating more and more of what frustrates me, what makes me angry. When a community practices a set of values, like extraordinary respect, there is longevity, there is health, there is joy, and there is love. And so how many of you have heard of the blue zones? Oh, great. Don't you just love that? Now, there's a lot to the blue zones, which it's really the study of why people live longer in some areas and why in some areas people don't. Yeah, remember that? Okay. Well, there's a really great documentary on Netflix. Yeah, I've been watching it, but I watch things for talks, so because I want to understand more about things, and so I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched a couple of them, but I was watching about these two communities. One of them is in Sardinia, and one of them is, get ready, Loma Linda, right? Loma Linda. Never would I live in Loma Linda. And so in watching it and reading the book, there's lots of things that are associated with these blue zones, but I'm going to give you some things that I think stood out for me, these blue zones, why people live longer. And it's not just living longer, because I want to tell you, I don't want to live to be 100 and be miserable and hurtful. Could you let's not do that, right? But here's the thing. One of the things is love for body, mind, and soul. All three. It's the practice of the communities. In these two communities, they move, they rest, they ingest good carbs. Give me carbs all day, swear. I just want good carbs, right? I want a few bad carbs, but I can have good carbs. By the way, they eat bread. Yes. Let's just clap on that one. The number one killer in our country is stress. So they control stress. They don't control it like this. They control stress by the way they live. And one of the things that is their core value, I'm going to read a few of those, is they tap into an older generation for wisdom, connection with our elders. They care for one another. Care is number one. They volunteer. So for those of you who aren't volunteering, just expect a call from me. They have a spiritual practice. Every community in the Blue Zone has a spiritual practice. Every one of them. They get in community, they feel like they belong, they practice healthy habits, they socially connect, and they look at their purpose. They are very sure of their purpose. And I'm not talking vocation. It's how they behave. How they are. See, when we consciously direct the power of love for self and others, we transform everything. And it isn't overnight. So for those of you that want the pill, let's do it tomorrow. All right, we're done. We got this down. Nope, it takes a while. Because it takes a while to unfold and it gets better and better. It doesn't mean we're not already there, right, Melissa? No. We're already there, and as long as we think we're not there, we're not. As long as I think you're not already there, you're not. We're already there. You're already enough. You don't have to be more. But you might talk to me once in a while, and I say, just be a little more kind. But that's for you. When we consciously direct the energy of love, we transform the community. Our intuition is the way Spirit communicates with us. And when we listen, it guides us. And it not just guides us for our own lives, but it guides us in the flow of love. Now, it also means we have to be open to evolving. And not evolving as in modernism, but evolving into how we see ourselves. We have to. We have to continually evolve. So there is a parable in the New Testament of the Bible as well as in the Torah. And it's a parable, I call it a parable for both because I can't explain it necessarily for both. And it's the parable of old wineskins, new wineskins. This actually is a consistent story in most every faith tradition. But I'm going to read you the one in the one that Jesus told because, you know, he's a cool dude and he's all about love. And so today's all about love. And he says, no one puts a piece of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. For the patch pulls away from the garment and the tear is made worse. Nor do they put new wine into old wineskins, or else the wineskins break. The wine is spilled and the wineskins are ruined. But they put new wine in new wineskins and both are preserved. Now the question I ask myself is, well, there's two things here. One is, why is it new wineskins? Because old skins don't stretch anymore. New wine, I've learned all about wine lately. New wine gives off oxidation and the wineskin fills. And old wineskins don't stretch, so they break. It's why when you're creating new wine, you put it in a new wineskin because it has elasticity. So for those of you in the room who says, I can't change because I'm old, you're not an old wineskin. So don't come up and tell me that. The deal is this. We are constantly evolving and changing. That part's okay. We're revealing more and more about who we are. So is everyone else in the room. We're doing just fine. And every time we say we're not doing fine, we're affirming the fact that we are not enough and that we are not love. Now, that doesn't mean we don't shift and move and open. It's not what that means. But if we don't start with loving ourselves, then we will continue to create and affirm the same world that's currently out there that we believe is something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. What's wrong with it is what I think about it. That's what's wrong. What I think about it. What I think about me. So, I love this. We're going to be doing Adventures in Faith, and we're going to be using Jim Lockhart's book. This will probably be in February, Creating the Beloved Church, right? And he based it a lot on Bruce Sanguin's Emerging Church. And the Emerging Church is a pretty important concept because it means that it has to continually shift and move and change. So he says, the emerging church I'm referring to in a general sense to congregations that are meeting the challenges of the postmodern world with creativity and vitality. An emerging congregation, by my definition, is one that's always looking out at the horizon for the future, that desires to be born through them. The world is being born through us, period. How we think, how we are to ourselves, how we are with others. They are aware that the spirit-driven universe is evolving in and through their common life together. Common. These congregations view their own co-creative love capacity as a sign that the Spirit is active in their midst. Where's God? Right here. So if we wonder, how would God let these things happen in our world? Imagine if I hate myself, right? So let's start our first Sunday back together. Thanks for having me back. With loving ourselves. Valerie's going to come up. Valerie, I don't have another mic, actually. Can you, no, John, would you bring another mic up here for me? Hold on. Only takes a moment. So, I sing in the shower.
So do I.
Yeah, but I've heard you sing. Now,
And in my car.
Valerie and I had this great idea separately,
We did.
which is one mind, right? Not yet. Hold on to that. Hold on to that, my friend. Hold on. It's okay. Hold on to that. Just one moment.
We both had the same talk ending.
We did. So, can we get some snaps and some claps? Now, we're going to sing the first 4 lines, and then you're going to join us, all right? Now,
Because
you're not
a lot
to
of you
join
know
us.
this
Don't
song.
join us. Don't join us until we tell you. Ready? 1, 2, ready. I love
Myself so much that I can love you so much. That you can love you so much.
Really?
That you can start loving me.
Now do it.
I love myself so much, so much, that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me.
Ready?
I love myself so much, that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me.
I can't hear you.
I love myself so much, that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me.
Now replace
oh, yeah.
the me at the end with we.
So much
Keep going.
that I can love you so much,
Come on.
that you can love you so much,
Ready? That we
can start loving we.
Encore. So I'm just going to say this before I turn it over to this absolutely delightful music team, right? And I'm going to say thank you to everyone that took care of this community over the last 3 weeks. For those of you that wondered about, well, my goodness, what do we do with a hurricane? Could you guys just bring a hurricane while I go on vacation? Seriously. I'm like, all I want is 2 weeks. Your beloved board took care. And for those of you that found out late, we're so sorry. That's okay, because we care about your safety. We care about your safety. We care that you're not on the road. And we care that you're loved. That's the whole point. So the next time a hurricane comes, just know that you might get a call, all right, or something else. All these folks, so Marjorie and Debbie Ann, I'm going to call on them because these are your 2 board leadership, chair, president. Thank you for that. Because, yeah, they're the only ones I talked to while I was gone. And boy, did we talk. So my prayer going forward is that we love our leaders, we support them, and we do all we can to find out how they're not holding the whole bag. Right? Let's create a blue zone right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to end this talk with I love you. And so it is.
Thank you, Rev Bobby. in my song. A butcher, a baker, a drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. 'Cause I am everyday people. There is a blue one who can't accept the green one, for living with a fat one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks. Sing with me. So on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. I am no better, and neither are you. We're all the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then still can't figure out the scene I'm in. Yeah, I am everyday people. There is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair, for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks. Sing it out. So on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. And there is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks. And so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I am everyday people. Sing that again. I am everyday people. Believe it now when you sing it one more time. I am everyday people. Yeah.
Wow. How lucky are we? Reverend Bobbi, that was incredible. Thank you so much. Okay, now this is the time for giving. So if the ushers could please come forward. Today we have Carrie, Vivian, Sarah, and Diane serving as our ushers. And as many of you know, being spiritually fed starts here, and it starts with me. And so our giving today is part of that investment into our spiritual journey, into our spiritual growth as individuals, but also as a community. So, as you know, lives are changed by the work that we do here. I know mine has. And let's continue to raise the consciousness of humanity. So please join me in reading our affirmation. I freely and gratefully give from the abundance that is me. We have the capacity for living, loving, and giving. I give today from joy and gratitude, and so it is. There's multiple ways to give. As many of you probably already know, we have Venmo, PayPal. There's a donate button on our newsletter. You can text to give, and what I do is I just have a monthly subscription that automatically, hooks up to your credit card. So. And now I'm going to invite Reverend Bobbi up to talk about the Children's Center.
So, thank you for that clap. I loved it. So, youth and family is really important. Yes? Yes. Well, and our youth and family director is amazing. She needs help. Where we're at's not sustainable. As we went through COVID, there's folks that have stepped back. Our youth program shrunk like lots of youth and family programs in every faith tradition that's out there. So Wenda and I on October 2nd are going to give a talk about youth and family, a little vision about it, and what we collectively can do, because we love when the kids come up, don't we? Well, that's a lot of work. So as great as it is, we want to bring sort of the reality of that program and what we can do as a community to support it. Does that sound great? Yes. Good. And so they're back there because we had a hard time finding folks to help Wenda today. And that's kind of the reality of it. Now, that doesn't mean that people have to serve by being in there. There's different ways we can do that. So we're going to talk about that on October 2nd. Thank you.
Yeah, we can always give her a hand, right? Always. Could the practitioners please stand? So we have a wonderful gift here. Well, we have, among other gifts, but we have a wonderful gift here. We have licensed practitioners, and they are literally here just to support and pray with you. I've personally relied on them so much in so many various situations. They've really helped me through many different trials and tribulations over the last year and a half that I've been here. So I really encourage you to utilize them. They're just angels here on earth. So my heart I have a special place in my heart for each and every one of you. So if you have anything that you'd like to talk with them about, please grab one at the end of service and they can meet you outside. If that doesn't resonate with you, you could grab a prayer card, and we have a prayer box that you can just write your prayer request on that card, and the practitioner team will be in touch with you via phone or email, if that's a better way for you to put in your prayer request. Jackie Williams Pearson, could you come take the light out?
I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me.
Let us open this circle and take our light into the world with our intentions from today's service. All right, Rev B, come close us out.
All right, everybody stand. So I'm excited to do this prayer that we do every Sunday. I haven't done it in 3 weeks. 3 Sundays, are you kidding me? I'm feeling withdrawals. And the point of this is to bring intention. Because anytime we just casually walk through something, then it casually shows up as life. And I don't mind some things being that, but not my prayer. So let's do this together. So for those of you who haven't done this, but maybe you've watched it, you're new today, I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to answer, but just kind of go along with the group. But think about what you're saying, okay? So I know something's happening, right? What is it? Something wonderful is happening through me right now. I'm curious. I'm so curious right now. What is it? It is this thing called life. Something's happening right here. I can feel it. Where is this life?
Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am.
And?
Life is all that we are.
Still something happening here. You feeling me? What am I going to do with life?
I accept it. I am it. And I share it with all.
It shows up in many ways, doesn't it? Some ways I like, some ways I don't, right? But this is the practice. And what is the practice of how I share it, accept it, and am it? Just the way it appears, and just the way it appears not. So reach down. It's hard in these boots, but I am curling my toes, okay? I'm curling because these were not made to be toe curler boots. So I'm curling my toes right now because I'm feeling this excitement about life. Oh my goodness, life. I just had this great vacation and life was all over the place, right? And life is all over here. And I'm feeling this gratitude of Jackie for how she shows up. Oh my goodness, yes. Our practitioners and our leaders and our ministers and our volunteers, and I'm feeling that excitement up through my body that is gratitude, that is love. I want to see your hair standing up. There it is. So with everything you have, beautifully, the joy that comes from what life is. I want you to say this last line with me. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, life. We have a new song, don't we?
We have a new song, One Big Family. It's pretty easy. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Let's take it from the top. Everybody, let's go. And everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Let us be reminded, let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, one more time. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Have an awesome week. We'll see you next week, too. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Take it, Melissa. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey.